Second session, as you can see, introduction to IELTS exam. So I never talked about it earlier. IELTS exam is like international English language testing system. So understanding the exam format is very important. As all of you are going for academics, so I'm talking about academic part. Understanding IELTS format, IELTS academic measures the English language proficiency needed for an academic higher learning environment. Suppose it could be MPhil, honors, masters, PhD, anything that you are doing, and these will give you a kind of standard that you are capable to study in English. They check your quality. The task and test are accessible to all test takers irrespective to their subject focus. In any subject you study, IELTS is important because you need to study everything in English, though we are also studying in English. But let's come to the first module is listening. First thing is listening. It will take 30 minutes plus 10 minutes, 40 minutes exam. Within that time you have to hit 40 answers. 4 recorded monologues and conversation and 40 questions to answer. You write down in the answer script or you type it in the answer script in 30 minutes. If it is computer-based exam, 30 minutes. If it is paper-based exam, 40 minutes. Because you need to transfer. But in computer-based exam, you don't need to transfer. You need to write it down instantly while you are listening. And one thing I should say, when you are listening, write it down. You don't have the second time. Write down the answers in the answer script. And you get 10 minutes for transferring. Next one comes reading. Reading time is 60 minutes. But the dangerous part is that it has got 3 large passages. 3 long passages with task includes non-verbal materials such as diagram, maps, etc. When there is diagram and map, that is also quite dangerous. But luckily, you will not get that much diagram or maps. You will get passages and 40 questions as well. Writing. Writing time is, so after listening, then reading, then writing. So if you sit for IELTS exam, 3 modules together, one after another. Then speaking will take place later. 60 minutes. Writing task of at least, I already told you, 150 words where the candidate must summarize, describe or explain a table, graph, chart or a diagram. You need practice. If you practice it properly, you'll do well. I already have guided it in the class. Short essay task of at least 250 words. And essay writing, any kind of argumentative writing will be there. You need to just put 250 words. Then comes speaking. I already finished that module. Finish like time is 11 to 14 minutes, finishing time. Face-to-face interview. There will be distance. Right, you won't be able to be close to the examiner. There will be distance. Includes short questions, speaking at length about a familiar topic and structured discussion. The questions are ready for the examiner. He'll ask you from looking at the scripts.
And now they take in video call.
Yeah, if it is computer based.
No.
Video calling. Yeah, it's also possible. She is right. Sometimes it's not face to face. Sometimes in order to, like, if they
take now face to face.
Right. If it is like the examiner is busy, but the schedule has been declared, so no way, then video calling. You understand?
Yes.
Suppose suddenly I have got a class or an examination. What should I do? I need to stay in my workstation and start, open my webcam and then talk to you.
All are foreign.
Yeah. Bringing them will cost huge amount of money. That's why they don't bring them. So listening test, as you can see, section 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 10, 10, 10. Listen to a conversation between 2 people. Listen to a monologue. Monologue means one person talk. Then listen to a conversation again and listen to a monologue. So conversation, monologue, conversation, monologue. 2 or 3 people talking, one person talking in 4 and 2. Clear? Then comes reading. There are 3 sections of IELTS academic reading test and each contains one long text, long passage. These are taken from the books, journals, magazines. I already suggested one magazine, Reader's Digest, and newspapers. They have been written for journals as well, research papers written for a non-specialist audience and are on academic topics of general interest. They range from descriptive to factual, discursive, and analytical. Suppose a mission to Mars, a mission to Mars, moon landing. All right, there is a place called Bermuda Triangle or Mariana Trench. Do you have any idea about Mariana Trench? This is an interesting topic. Skyscrapers. Have you heard skyscrapers? Skyscrapers means 100-storied buildings. So each text might be accompanied by diagrams, graphs, and illustrations, and you will be expected to show that you understand these two. And a simple glossary is provided if the material contains technical terms. Suppose heading matching is there. For part, some other experts will teach you that. So writing test. Write in a formal style in the IELTS academic writing test. Formal style. Never say that, yes, of course. Oh, yeah. Obviously. Don't give any speaking, I wanna be. Don't give any personal opinion or personal type of conversational things. Rather formal. It can be believed that it is better to say that, something like this. In task 1, you will be represented with a graph, table, chart, and diagram. You will be asked to describe, summarize, explain the information in your own words. This might involve describing, explaining data, describing the stages of a process or how something works, or describing an object, or even this is 100% sure. And in task 2, you will be asked to write an essay in response to a point of a view or argument or a problem. You should find issues interesting and easy to understand. So here, test 1 and task 1 and 2 both together, you'll be, suppose here you got 9, here you got 6. So what is the average score? 9 and 6? 7. It will be band 7. If it is 8, 8. So you should keep a balance, good balance, and finish the writing in proper time. Timing is extremely important. Then comes the speaking. Speaking test, I already talked about all the modules. As you can see, the examiner will introduce him or herself and ask you to introduce yourself and confirm your identity. I already taught you how to introduce yourself with a lot of questions. And the examiner will ask you general questions or familiar topics. General questions. What do you do in your free time? Something like that. Or home, family, work, studies, interest. The section should help you relax and talk naturally. Remember, morning shows the day. If you can start with a kind of friendly way, your score will be high. 100% sure. With a smiling face all the time. Keep smiling face. 3 to 4 minutes. This is a little bit tricky because you need to take preparation on the guided part, and I already shared some cue card topics. The examiner will give you a task card and which asks you to talk about a particular topic, including points to include in your talk. So you'll be given 1 minute preparation time. So by that time, just note down some points so that you can explain it better very quickly.
Sir, they don't give any time. They ask so fast and they also.
They are
next question, you can finish it in time.
No, actually, when, as I already said,
Yes.
first part is important. They will already judge you because, let me, if there are 100 candidates for you, you are examiner, 100 candidates, and 1,20,000 taka is given already to you. Okay, but you have another task after 3 hours. What will you do? You have to finish it, and you have to finish that too. That's why they hurry. But this is the first morning shows that there, as I said, you have to impress within this time and your score will be high. And these things are like formality. That's the reality. But originally, if the test is taken in the standard places, all right, if you go to Dhaka, basically, you'll find a little bit standard, more standard, because many foreigners are available there. Even in our university, we have a foreign teacher, so It's going to be easy. We have American corner as well. So you'll be given 1 minute to prepare and make notes, and this is the formality. You will not be interrupted during this time, and it is important to keep talking, and examiner will ask you 1 or 2 questions on the same time. Suppose your topic is unknown, what will you do? Well, the topic which I got is really unknown to me. I don't have a clear idea. Probably I studied and heard something about this topic a long time ago in a news channel, most probably. I cannot remember it clearly though, but I cannot tell you things in detail. Then the examiner will interrupt. It means in the meantime you continue. That's the target. Don't say this topic is unknown, please change the topic. It's not possible to say something like that. So the examiner will ask you further questions in the last part, like what have you understood from that topic, further questions and more abstract issues and ideas, and by that way the interview will be finished. But remember, morning shows the day. As I said, practice the part that I given, introducing yourself. If you can do that, hit that correct, and your score will be certainly very high, because the impression is created already. You got 4 to 5 minutes, impress and satisfy the examiner. All right, so let's go to the band score. I'm going to show you. Don't stop the video. I'm going to show you the band score. Correct. Out of 40, you'll get band 4. 16 to 22, band 5. 23 to 28, 6. So it's very important that you write down the answers correct. 29 to 35, 7. So that's the target. 29 to 35. It means 30 plus. Okay. 29 to 35, 7. 36 to 38, 8. And 39 to others will be the next part. Right, it's going to be really, yeah. 39 to 40 is 9 for academic. But for general training, it's a little bit flexible. Remember, for general training, it's a little bit flexible. It's like once, if it is 22, your score will be 6. In general training, but in academic it's a little bit tough. So that's the target, 29 to 35.
23, they call 5.
Where? It doesn't matter, but if you cross it, make it 24, then 6. Although this is the range actually. If they are a little bit, it depends on the situation, but this is the range. Suppose it is judged instantly. I know the level, and then instantly it's judged. And they also verify all other scores, 4 skills together. Right? So the reality is a little bit different, though. When you just sit for, this is the kind of paper format, and the real format, it could be a little bit different. But your target is this, 29 to 35. That's the target. But you need practice. Let me tell about me a little bit. When I started my test, in the first test, do you know what was my score? 8. Out of 40, I got 8. Can you believe it? 8 means what? 3. Band 3. So I got surprised. Not now, long time ago, when I was a student in HSC first year. Then I was determined to do very well. Test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4. Gradually I'm developing. First day I got 8, next day I got 9. And then after 7 or 8 tests, I got 16. After 10 or 11 tests, I got 23 or something like that. And do you know what's the score in the final test? In the 40th test, I understand the techniques very easily. And my word processing is fast, my skill is fast. Then I got almost 38 in the last test. Now I'm ready. It means self-practice helps you a lot, not the teacher. Hopefully I've understood this. It's always important that you follow the techniques. So let me give you a plan now. What will you do? Give 50 minutes daily. If you are busy, super busy, still manage 50 minutes. This is, you keep outside of your other activities. Only 50 minutes. What will you do in 50 minutes? 15 minutes, write something. It could be new word, It could be anything that you want to share or a story, anything, write. 15 minutes, read English things. It could be from the mobile phone, it could be from the newspaper. 15 minutes. 10 minutes, listen to English video. Or 15 minutes, I should say. 10 to 15 minutes, you should listen to English video. And only 5 minutes, talk about any topic in English. Speak. If you continuously doing that for 3 months, IELTS will be very easy. I can guarantee, without any interruption. Remember, you cannot stop any one day. 50 minutes regularly. Calculate it. You can make it 40 minutes. You can make it 55 minutes, but less than 1 hour. This is separate time for you. Believe me, this is the last thing that I could tell you. And if you follow this, IELTS will be very easy. Guaranteed. 3 months, 90 days, you have to be like that. English will be in your hand. I did that. You see, I was a student of science, but I left science only because I have fallen in love with English. When I did that, followed this. Some of my friends criticized me when I started speaking English. Later on, they came to me to take help in English. Why? Things changed. Right? So, thank you very much. Hopefully, I have understood the plan. This is preparation.